Go ahead.
One, trade deadline pods is real special every time. Thank you so much. We needed that. Two, Steve Kerr has a vendetta against Quentin Post because that man has been one rebound away from his first career double double since he has started. And I was like, you can't let him get one rebound. But shout out QP for having a great game. Three, I'm gonna keep the players very high for Jimmy. Um, and shout out multiple Steph double doubles this month. Amazing. Yeah. Good team win, but gosh, prayers for Jimmy.
You know, in 2017, in Washington, this was like late February. Um, Jim, Kevin Durant, uh, Zaza got pushed, or probably more like he flopped, but he flopped and he landed into KD, and KD hyper extended his knee. At the time, I thought it was a ACL injury. It ended up being a MCL injury. The following year, Steph was having probably like the best shooting season that we've ever seen, and you know, he was out there. And if you think the shooting is bad now, the shooting was even worse then. And he was out there, and JaVale McGee landed. Um, JaVale McGee landed in Steph Curry, and he was out 6 weeks. So Katie was out 6 weeks. Jimmy was out 6 weeks. Or sorry, not Jimmy, but Katie was out 6 weeks. Steph was out 6 weeks. Um, so we've seen this type of injury before, like right around this time, actually. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for that it's that, but you
Well,
know,
this time it's a non-contact, and you both and I know Urkel. Anything related to non-contact injuries, I'm like scared to death of.
I mean, listen, the angle looked bad. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for y'all. I'm not going to come up here and lie to y'all and do all of that. But just by looking at the angle, right? Like the angle did look weird. I won't even lie to y'all. The angle did look weird, right? So, you know, a birdie tapped me and they said that, it's looking like an ACL injury. You know, the the TL doctors, who one of them is actually a doctor, they were saying that they were fearing that it's an ACL as well. So I am praying that it's one of the MCL type of situations and he misses, 4 to 6 weeks or something like that. But not exactly what we needed. You know what I'm saying? Like not exactly what we needed. But this is a tough, tough blow, bro. Like, you know, I I screamed immediately because like bro, even before he hit the ground, I saw it. I saw it right off the bat and I just screamed out because I saw what it was, bro. I saw how he landed. I saw he grabbed the ball and he just grabbed it at like a weird angle. And I hope it's like a bone bruise or something like that. Bone bruise, MCL, whatever, but don't let it be an ACL tear. That's the last thing that we need right now. That's the last thing we need. But outside of that, it was a pretty good game tonight, man. I mean, you know, Andrew Wiggins came back and he had 18 points. They absolutely went at him in the second half and they kind of took him away. And, the shitty part about this game, is that I think they finally kind of figured it out. Like they got into a rhythm. And I've always said about this team that it's a rhythm team. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like I used to watch Peyton Manning back in the day. And Peyton Manning is a rhythm type of quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a timing thing. And I really thought we had the timing down. You know what I'm saying? And you saw everyone, they were rotating on defense and they were doing all of the stuff, bro. Like you saw Quentin Post. Quentin Post had the ball. He had like the two-man action thing going. And off of the roll, he was making the pass and they were doing the dribble handoff. He was doing the fake dribble handoff. He was doing all of that stuff. He was rebounding, he was making shots, right? So, that's one guy where you look at him and you just look at the progress from this season to last season, and you were starting to see things, unfolding, and we were all waiting for the trade deadline to see what we could really add to this team, and I just hope that it's not as serious as we all fear. I'm going to hope for the best right now and hope it's, worst case, best case I think we can hope for is like one of them MCL sprains, but I'm going to keep it funky with y'all. That angle, every time I see that angle, because that's why I kind of reacted. If you were in a live watch on Discord, um I like yelled out. I was like, "Fuck!" Immediately. Immediately, I saw it. Right, and every ACL injury that I've seen, it's from that angle. It's from that weird angle where you kind of twist your knee or whatever. Right, but you know, um, I hope they're fine, man, because you know the crappy part is that this team does play basketball the right way, and they all play together, you know what I'm saying? And it sucks. And Jimmy is a big part of that. You know what I'm saying? Like Jimmy, I know people are critical of Jimmy, but Jimmy definitely promotes that type of basketball. And I think that type of basketball is championship basketball. So, I'm really hoping that he's all right, because he's a hell of a player, man. I mean, like all season long, I was just looking at his advanced stuff, and he gets to the free throw line. Um, he's like literally a 6'7" point guard. Like you look at his fucking offensive rating. I mean, it's like a 140. I don't even know what a 140 offensive rating is, right? So you look at that stuff and you're wondering, right? But you know, I am just hoping that the the information that I got during the game, I hope it's the wrong information. I pray to God it's the wrong information, right? But we'll see though. They still got to do like that one test. I forget what they call it. There's like a structural test that they do, and then they do the MRI or they do the X-ray. They usually do like an
CT,
X-ray. They do like a
CT.
MRI, CT scan type of vibe, and then we probably get it in a couple of hours, or maybe we get it the next day. So hopefully, we'll see how things go. But um, I like how the guys were playing tonight, man. Quick decisions, just classic Warrior basketball. You know what I'm saying? So everyone was kind of rounding into shape, and I've always said, like, with this team, we need like one more guy, bro. Like one more guy that can do that thing in the playoffs where, you know, when guys switch and all of that stuff, it kind of takes seconds off the clock. If we just get that one guy, bro, like we're right there. I think we can compete with anyone, but that's contingent on Jimmy Butler because there's a lot of good teams out there. So I am just praying for Jimmy Butler, man. Like last guy that you want to have that happen to. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm hoping for is that I've seen Jimmy over the last couple of years avoid some knee injuries where it looks weird. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just hoping it's a situation like that. So we'll see. Shada, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm staying positive.
Yeah,
Got the win. Remember what I told you I wanted to win for. So got the win, and I feel good. I feel that we have maybe like 4 or 5 more games that if we can go like maybe like 3-1, 4-1. I think we could hold ourselves afloat until um, Jimmy comes back. Because I'm remaining positive, bro. I can't even think about anything like that. And then also, if Jimmy's injury is significant, that affects trade targets, and
yeah,
we have a couple of good trade targets. You know what I mean?
Now, how the
So
hell
we'll
does
see.
this affect the other guy's situation with this? I'm just gonna say the other guy.
Bro, we know. Like, I don't even want to think about the
Well,
worst, but
now here's the
you already
problem,
know.
right?
This guy
What?
says, fuck it. Like, we're not gonna compete for a chip. I'm not sending no picks. And then we're cooked.
Well,
The
now
man
here's the
straight
Urkel, did you
problem,
see
right?
this
insisted
audio?
on
But
picks.
now you see the problem, right? Notice how in this game, like you got away with it tonight, but they have no more forwards now. They literally have no one to play a forward spot outside of Draymond that's coming
Did
back
y'all hear
tomorrow.
this audio?
Yeah, Guy Santos is kind of beat up. He's down. So it's weird.
D's down, Draymond's down. You're not playing the other guy, so you
Yeah.
have no more forwards, dude. Nice roster
We'll
construction,
see.
by the way. I want to keep
I'm
saying that
remaining
over and
positive
over
that
again.
it's a hyperextension, and he's gone for 3-4 games, and we keep
Shadow,
it
have you
moving.
heard
I'm gonna be honest.
this audio though? Have you
Because
heard
yeah,
this
I don't
audio?
know if you guys remember. You guys remember in 2021 when Giannis hurt his knee during the playoff run,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and everybody thought it was over. That shit looked way worse than what Jimmy had.
Yeah. It did.
And Giannis, you already know the African strength. So
Urkel, listen to the audio on the Jumbotron.
Yeah, I
what,
listened to it when I was in Discord. Yeah.
Wait, by the way, happy
Oh, you heard
birthday,
it? Okay.
Shadow.
bro? Why are you talking like a girl, man?
Well, I am a girl, so.
Oh,
Mm.
I thought that was Matt. I thought it was Matt changing his voice.
No,
Oh.
No, I thought it was Matt. Matt always makes his voice like that.
true.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I thought it was Matt and his foolishness pissed me off. Yes, thank you, everybody. Thank you for the happy birthday shout outs. I got like probably 400 DMs, bro. It's crazy.
Listen.
I'm remaining positive, Urkel. That's all we can do. What are we gonna do? Cry and say it's over? I'm not. I wasn't feeling Fitz comment like right when it happened. I wasn't feeling that shit. So I want to put positivity back in the air. You already know I'm Mr.
Yeah.
Positive. I think it's a hyperextension, and we keep it moving. You know,
Yeah.
Jimmy's
That's
already
kind of
going
what I'm telling
through.
myself right now.
Jimmy's
That
already going through enough rough shit. He had a little bit of family shit that he's dealing with, and you already know the vibes, Zerk. But let's um let's hope he has speedy recovery. He was laughing like a demon, so hopefully it wasn't nothing too crazy that he's never felt before. Because usually when someone gets an injury that they've never really felt before, it's more of panic. You know what I mean? It's more
yeah.
of panic and whatnot. Like hyperextension. I've seen people sprain their ankle, high ankle sprain, and couldn't put the weight on it. I've seen people put hyperextension and couldn't put the weight on it. So I'm not gonna just come to a conclusion that it's an ACL. But also that ligament, that ligament didn't shift. Like you usually see the actual ligament shift, and that's how you know. And I didn't see that actual ligament shift. So I'm remaining positive. I
If it's
think
just a
we all should.
hyperextension, we got boys, bro.
I'm like looking at even like Nikola Jokic's injury, right? Like he couldn't put any weight on
Yeah,
his
yeah,
leg
that's
when
what
he had
happened
his
when you
injury.
hyperextend it, man. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like if there was zero contact at all, usually you get worried when the guy is in the middle of half court and he just drops. You get what I'm saying? But Davion Mitchell kind of gave him a push. Jimmy likes that high entry pass. He jumped for the high entry pass. He landed wrong. He got pushed at the same time. I'm assuming it's a hyperextension. You know what I mean? I'm not going to all the way to the extreme like, oh, it's over. We're done. Lakers not gonna do this. Oh, it's over. We're shit. No, fuck all that, man.
That's too negative, bro. You can't assume the worst.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't assume the worst.
Especially
How
with how
about
Jimmy
Jelly
was
Bean? How
joking.
about Pods? Let's get positive, man.
Yeah. Pods is amazing
How
tonight,
about
man.
Yeah.
Pods, man?
Buddy played good too.
By the way, I've been meaning to ask that. Who the fuck was talking shit to Pods? Like I rarely ever seen him like literally like talk that much
I don't
shit to
know, but he
somebody
was
on the
talking
Heat
hella shit to
bench.
the bench.
You don't
He
know
was talking
past
hella
them
shit.
because he's been talking shit
No,
since
but
his
who is
rookie
he?
year.
No, but I rarely ever see him like direct that energy towards someone
Nah, he was
specifically
going
though.
back and forth with specifically one person. I don't know who it was, but it was someone on the bench. He was going back and forth with.
He played well. He's back on his best role, which is what everybody on this forum been asking Steve Kerr to do, which is playing him off the bench. And yeah, like now he's just playing at his best level because he's playing
Oh.
as a two. He's
Yeah.
not the main point guard of the team. So yeah, I'm
Yeah,
happy
Pod's
with
been playing
Pods.
good.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
definitely gonna
happy
have to
with
come in
Pods.
come play the fourth.
We're playing tomorrow again,
Yeah, we play tomorrow.
and we have no wings. I hope Draymond is back.
You know,
Who
we
do we
better
play
make sure he
tomorrow?
is back
He
tomorrow.
is he is
We
playing. They
play
already
Toronto.
Toronto.
yeah, they
You got
reported.
Toronto tomorrow. This is the game you made up because you threw that shit away.
Hmm.
Team of wings.
If anything, we got kind of lucky that Pod not I mean Pods that went off because he Steph only played 27 minutes tonight, so he's gonna be kind of fresh off the back to back.
Because this dumbass got in foul trouble for no apparent reason.
Yeah, so we got kind of lucky there.
You know what I'm realizing about the league is that the league has gone in a certain way offensively. You know, uh, I think we're to like the upper limits of offense, right? Like they're just doing like this one particular thing with offense. And I just feel like if you put certain guys on the court, that can rotate, and that can guard ball as much as because it's really hard to guard ball in this era. But if you got have guys that can just buy your defense time to rotate, you'll be in a really good spot, right? But it's almost like you have to be on a string. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be on a string communicating. And I think we do that. I don't think we have great individual defenders, but we are on a string, and but teams are going to put you in different type of situations. You know what I'm saying? So uh, the entire night I was just watching this game and I was like, bro, if we just get one more dude, you know what I'm saying, where you can just have him on the ball and we still maintain that form, we still maintain that form being on a string defensively. I just think it's going to take us to another step. You know what I'm saying? So I just pray that Jimmy is okay because that rotated the rotation stuff. Jimmy's a big part of that, bro. Jimmy might not be like the best on ball defender, but the rotations that they're doing, I'm just watching them from game to game, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, bro, they just need one more dude. You know what I'm saying? Because Draymond and Jimmy does the rotation stuff well. So hopefully he'll be all right. He's been helped his feet finally, but he's being helped up. Y'all are just posting all the other stuff that they were putting in. I did hear
Oh,
the
was it?
audio. The
Was
audio,
he?
he,
Was he
huh?
talking shit to? Was Potts talking shit back and forth with Jaime Hawkes?
Who pods?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Pods talk shit to everybody, bro.
but doesn't that make the most sense if he's talking mad shit to Jaime Hawkes in particular though?
I mean, sure,
Pods
sure, because
was
he,
talking shit to KD on his rookie year. Like,
no, he's always gonna talk shit,
No,
bro.
because
Like he's just that type of
remember
player.
what the draft order was. Remember what the draft
Yeah,
order was that year?
yeah. So Pods does have a little thing with Hawkes, for sure. Yeah, but
Also,
um,
shout out Post tonight, bro. Post hit almost 4 or 5 from
yeah,
three.
Quinn
Better.
Post was doing
yeah,
everything, bro. Like he was rebounding. Fuck. The
Post
Oh
to
yeah,
first,
me
2
was the
blocks
player of
tonight.
the game.
you know what I like about Post, right? And there's a lot of centers in the league that I don't really see do that. But you see, like when you trap like the ball handler and the them guy slips. You know how many centers can't make that little lob pass that Post is making? There's so many guys that can't do that, bro. And the fact that I'm watching Post make those reads and like Post does this little thing too where uh somebody's driving to the rim and instead of him like going vertical, you know what I'm saying, or lunging forward like most guys do, he jumps backwards and then still contests the shot, right? So it's not like he's just knocking the ball handler off, you know what I'm saying? So he's still contesting the shot, but like he's jumping backwards. That's the shit that Draymond does. And he's doing that stuff. He's rebounding, he's making threes. Bro, When I hear some of y'all talk about getting like, say, like a Daniel Gafford and blah 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 blah, like Gafford ain't doing all of that, bro. I've never seen Gafford do all of that shit. Gafford is a pretty good defender and he can rebound and all of that stuff. But you see, like making decisions, which is required in this offense, and the shit that I see Post doing. A lot of those guys that y'all want to bring in, I don't know that they're going to do all of that, bro. You know, so maybe the emphasis should be, getting like more guys that can guard on the perimeter and make a decision. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it's going to be all about, right? So, you know, Jimmy Butler undergoing MRI on knee. Warriors expect to have an update on Tuesday. See, just like I said, bro, we ain't gonna hear nothing tonight.
I don't know if anyone gave Will his flowers yet, but like